Ow.
Hello, you beautiful soul. Welcome back to another video. I look kind of creepy. Oh my god, that's even worse. Hang on. Welcome to the official Ohio video. My dad is an absolute gem. He literally, I didn't ask him to do this or even expect it, but he filled up the entire car with gas for me. I planned to just fill up with enough gas to get me to like Indiana and fill up there because it's way cheaper. It's 5:15 in the morning. We are on the road. I kind of wanted to be on the road earlier, but at the same time, I didn't want to not get enough sleep and leave too early, and then, you know, it to be an unsafe drive for me. So 5 o'clock works well. This is actually about the time that I left when I moved there, so that actually works pretty well. It's familiar grounds. So really quick, I don't think I ever explained why I'm going to Ohio or anything like that. 3 weeks ago or so, Drake called me and was like, yo, we're gonna be in Ohio on these dates. We'd also love for you to film a video. So I was like, done. Let me make sure it can work. Obviously it can, so here we are. With that being said, we're gonna start this drive. Let's go to Ohio. I've missed it so dearly. After a long 6 hours, we have made it. We're getting gas right now, and then after we get gas, we will be going to the house. It actually really honestly didn't feel that long, but I started at about 5 a.m. Central Time, so about 6 a.m. here, and it's about to be 11:45. It's really just the sitting that kills me, and then obviously you can only sit in one way when you're driving. I can't put my right foot up at all to like stretch it out or anything because I use it to drive. So yeah, but regardless, we made it. We are here. We are in Ohio. Gas has been acquired. We are on the way. Something that's so weird is I just had a full circle moment, because this is actually the gas station I'm pretty sure that I stopped at when I moved out of Ohio. So this was like my last stop in Ohio. All right, change of plans. We're not going to the house yet. We're going to Lowe's in Lancaster. Random thought here, I forgot how to drive in Ohio. Not necessarily in Ohio, but country roads, like where your speed limit is higher and then your turns come up on you quick. I just like forgot what that is like. But we're going to meet up with Drage and them where they're at. So ironically enough, he's where I came from. So I probably should have texted him sooner, because the most recent text I sent him was that I got into Ohio. You know, I still have to drive through Columbus and whatnot, so like that can take however long. So I should have texted him sooner when I was like 30 away, and then it would have been better. But regardless, either way, we are going and meeting up with them at the store. Always by your side. I'll be always by your side. Ship this place and endless miles. I walk with you through every drive. Always by your
side. Don't get on your hands.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's crazy. Oh, lots of plants. I'm gonna talk kind of fast since I have this light on. This is the first time pretty much you're seeing my face since I got to Ohio. And now we're leaving Ohio. It's about 4:30 in the morning and we are heading home back to Chicago. I didn't film too much in Ohio, but I filmed more than I kind of had planned to. I really didn't plan to film too much because the reason I went there was to help Drage and Brighton film a video for Brighton's channel. So that's what we did all day yesterday pretty much, and then we just did kind of prep work leading up to it. I filmed bits and pieces here and there that you guys already saw. Other than that, that was really it. It's Tuesday today and I got there on Sunday. So it was a quick 3-day trip. I dropped off Drage, Grace, Brighton, and Jade at the airport about 4 a.m. or so. I decided, since I was already an hour into my drive back home, I'm just gonna keep driving. So we have 5.5 hours left, just about. It's about 4:30 in the morning. We'll get home about 8:45 in the morning, which is actually kind of really nice. I had a super fun time in Ohio. Obviously, thanks to Drage and Brighton for having me out. Super fun to film. I don't want to give away Brighton's video, but it's a super cool one. Like I said, quick trip to Ohio, now back to Chicago. And we're just gonna continue this video, honestly, because I know this is probably like, I don't know, 2 minutes into the video. I am honestly running on a little bit of sleep, but less than I would like to, probably. But for Brighton's video, we borrowed stuff from Drew, and so we had to drive that back to Cincinnati, and then Brighton went and surprised a little girl that had just had her 3rd heart surgery in Kentucky. So we drove to Kentucky as well. I slept most of the drive. Yeah, I'm really only on like 3 hours of sleep, but I think I'll be cruising. But yeah, I'm excited to be home. I love being in Ohio. I would spend every day in Ohio if I could. I don't know what it is about Ohio, but like, at least for me, when I'm there, it just like feels so free. Like, I could literally compare Ohio to Hawaii for me. It's like such a weird comparison, and I feel like everybody thinks Ohio is like so boring, but it is just like, there's something about it. It's just like a homey feel. Like, Ohio feels like home. Well, it is about 7:10 a.m. We still have not switched to Central Time, but I'm exhausted. I just would rather take a quick nap and then continue to drive versus just keep trying to drive. So I'm gonna take like a 30-minute nap or so and then get back on the road. I just pulled over. I'm at a Cracker Barrel. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna set an alarm for like 30 minutes and make sure that I wake up at that time. We'll get back on the road, and I think it's we've got about 2.5 hours left once I'm back on the road. I just want to stretch out, see if I can get just a tiny bit of sleep. I also have this big pimple that showed up right in the center of my forehead. Also, something that my parents are gonna appreciate this. So my parents are the type of people that they always say, like, in the winter you have gloves and boots and a blanket in your car, just in case you get pulled over. Or not pulled over, but like your car breaks down and you're stuck and it's cold. Well, my mom puts the blanket in the car already for winter, and now I'm gonna use it to take a quick nap. So shout out to my parents, because now I have a blanket to take a quick nap with. And just like that, we have this literally absolutely stunning sunrise to stare at. I would love to sit here and sleep for longer, but I pretty much knocked out right away. So I've got about 45 minutes of sleep in me, which is good for me. We are going to enjoy this sunrise while I drive. I don't think I'll have any issues getting all the way home, but when in doubt, if I need to, I pull over and fall asleep again. Literally, y'all, like, come on. How stunning is that? That is literally gorgeous. I can't believe it. Also, guys, probably important to mention, we can do a little switch right here and then back. Drage let me borrow his G7X while he is not using it. So we have a G7X now to use for the videos, which is crazy. With that being said, the M50 is still one of my favorite cameras, but I think we're gonna start using the G7X just a little bit more often than the M50 from here on out. Regardless, both cameras will be used, and I'm super lucky, super thankful to have the option to use either one. Just like that, it is 9:41 a.m. and I'm back in my hometown. So not too bad. Those last 2 hours honestly actually went by super fast, but now I'm kind of hungry, even though I'm probably gonna nap when I get to my house. I just grabbed gas because my mom had, or my dad actually, had filled up my tank all the way for me when I left. So just want to make sure I gave them a full tank when I give the car back. I'm losing my brain. I am exhausted, not even gonna lie. Super slow brain this beautiful morning. Point is, here's the point. I made it back to my hometown. I got gas. Now I'm gonna get breakfast. I'm literally just gonna go through McDonald's and get breakfast burritos, which I've talked about probably 5 million times at this point. And then I'm gonna go home, eat my burritos, and high-key probably go to bed. Come here, pumpkins. Oh my gosh. Oh. I look like trash. It is 2:30. I fell asleep and I just woke up maybe like 20 minutes ago and I look like trash. But I have 2 issues. Do I have 2 issues? Maybe. One issue really is just that I look like trash. Like, I look crazy right now. My issue number 2, I have a splinter in my foot. And it's weird because I remember at some point being like, oh, I think I got a splinter. But then I remember looking at my foot and not seeing anything. And so thinking like I just got like stabbed by wood. But I don't remember what wood I was around. I don't know if it was mulch that we used for the video or if it was on the deck when we were fishing or getting into the pond. I have no idea. But regardless, I have a splinter in my foot. Actually kind of hurts, not gonna lie. I just threw a little windscreen on this camera, so hopefully I did not cover the mic up. I still look crazy, but I've just decided my fate that today I'm just gonna look crazy on camera and we'll look hopefully a little bit better tomorrow. I finally got the splinter out of my foot. It took me so long. It's literally almost 6 o'clock now. Not a fun experience, but it's finally out. And now I am just getting ready to order dinner. We're gonna get some Chinese food for dinner, so I'm excited for that. The only reason I really am still awake is, well, obviously because I'd like my sleeping schedule to stay on track as much as possible. Today's also Survivor Wednesday, so we have 1 hour till Survivor. But I'm gonna order dinner and then hopefully it will be ready by the time, well, hopefully it'll be ready and I can pick it up and bring it back home by the time Survivor starts, like before Survivor starts. So that's the goal. Dinner has been ordered. It'll be ready in 20 minutes. My lips are still so chapped, even though I literally spent my entire drive. My lips are still so chapped, even though I literally put so much chapstick on throughout my drive, but whatever. You know what I'm still thinking about? That sunrise this morning. That was like so gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at how stunning, if the camera will focus. Like, that was just so gorgeous. I can't get over it. Good, beautiful morning. Happy Friday. It's fairly early still in the day. 10:30? Yeah, 10:30. Since I fell asleep last night, I didn't finish uploading my video, so we're gonna do that. So I'm doing that. I showered this morning. I look a little crazy. I did not finish cleaning my room before I went to Ohio, so I gotta do that, especially because my brother actually comes in town in, I think he gets in on the 2nd or the 3rd, or I don't know, something like that. So he's here in like a week. I think he's gonna be staying in my room depending on what my room looks like, because actually my grandfather just got moved to hospice officially, so I think my grandma's gonna keep hitting the ground running with getting everything out of her house, and I'm taking her treadmill, so I think it's gonna literally go in my room because there's not really anywhere else in this house for it to go. I'm gonna watch this video really quick, make sure it's good, export it, upload it, make the thumbnail, do that, call my grandmother, or see what she's doing. I think I'm gonna go see my grandfather, because at this point, he's kinda gonna just keep getting worse, and I'd like to see him before he's like super bad. So I'm gonna call my grandma, kinda just play the day by ear based off that. We are up and moving. We are gonna go to the store. I decided that I'm gonna make French toast casserole that my mom always makes, usually for Christmas, that I love. We're going shopping, gonna get some stuff for that. Then I think I'm gonna go see my grandpa after. I don't really know. Back when I had my G7X, I bought this like tripod and I decided to test and see if it works. This does not work. So we're gonna have to mess with that and figure it out. I'm also like getting blinded. I modified the settings a little bit. It's better, but it's still a little bit questionable. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. My grocery shopping is finished. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go back home and then probably get my food ready, because my French toast casserole that I'm making is, it has to sit in the fridge overnight. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I can cook it in the morning. And I'll have to film and show you guys what it looks like in the morning. Then you can see actually how good it is. Does this look really weird? I know the camera's tilted, so that's for sure something I gotta figure out. But other than that, is this a weird angle, or is it like, now that I've moved, the lighting has fixed itself? I don't know how we feel about this yet. If you've ever wondered what the dogs look like when somebody comes home and they're outside, that's what she does. Usually way more, but because I'm standing here, they're not doing it as much. Just like that, the French toast casserole has been made, and now it is sitting in the fridge until tomorrow when I actually bake it. Got that out of the way. We are back in the car, switcheroo, jumperoo, whatever you want to call it, and we are gonna go see my grandpa. So weird. I've actually, not even on purpose, but almost accidentally been filming so much of the process of my grandfather that I just decided to kind of keep filming it. But y'all know my grandfather's been up and down for, y'all know about for sure the past couple of months, because I think actually kind of this no, not the most recent time. One of the most recent times that he went into the hospital, we were camping, and I just so happened to be filming when my grandma like called us and told us, and so I left a little bit of that in. And so just bits and pieces here and there. And with that, my grandfather is now in hospice. So I think it was literally last video I was talking about how like they're doing good, and then all of a sudden they switcheroo and they're doing terrible, and then vice versa. Also, if I'm laughing, like I just laugh at serious things. So like, just for the record there, I'm not like crazy. I guess that back and forth is over with, because I think unless some magic happens, like at this point it would be literally like a miracle, but I think his time has met us. That's kind of just where we're at now. Good morning, you beautiful humans. I had to show you. Oh, it went down. Boom. The French toast casserole. Always the best.